Hey bags, it's Jade. Welcome to a Valheim news video. Today, taking a look at something really exciting and I think a lot of people are going to be happy about. It looks like the devs are going to be changing how the turrets and ballistas work. Also, big shout out to Irongate. Look what I got sent in the post by the developers. A nice little keychain as well. That's nice. Put that on my car, my new ride. And yeah, t-shirt's pretty nice, you know. It's pretty nice. If you don't know, Valheim now have merch officially. I think they're signed up with, is it Grimfrost? But this come, I think, directly from the developers because my first package got lost in the post. So thank you so much, Irongate. I really appreciate it. Robin, Lisa, Jonathan, Luma, Monty, and the rest of the Irongate crew. Thank you so much. This is amazing. I'm going to wear it every stream. So, back to what people really want to know about is the ballista. It has been pretty polarizing. Well, I wouldn't say polarizing. Most people don't like the ballista as it currently is. I've shown it off before when the Mistlands came out. Great idea to have some sort of defense features, but most people were pissed off that it killed players instead of just creatures. Now I understand why, according, and I've spoken to Robin, aka the art guy at Irongate. He hopped into one of my streams recently. We chatted a little bit about it, about how games are designed and how things appear in the game design docket and how they kind of really make sense. Defensive features should shoot at anything that's in front of you, really. But as we know, big popular games, other games that are kinda you would compare maybe to similar, things like Rust, DayZ, you know, all that kinds of stuff, they all have various different things that you can have as defense traps. And they don't actually kill players, they generally only kill others, unless you've given access to them. So that's what seems to be the case here. It looks like they're changing stuff. 3 hours ago, Jonathan has put out this little tweet showing it off. You'll now be able to go ahead and change whether or not you can target just deer, apparently, or target everything. So I like the idea of this a lot. I'm kind of hoping though, like, does it take into account creatures in range? That's why it specifically knows the deer is there. Surely there's not going to be like 30 different options for every kind of mob in the game. Something else you'll have noticed, they've increased so far the amount of bolts it can actually hold, up to 40 bolts. And that seems good. I didn't realise that was more of an issue. I thought it was more just about aiming at players rather than everything. But if they go ahead and increase how many missiles it can hold, it makes it definitely more viable and useful. What I know is the devs don't want it to be used as cheese against bosses. Maybe not in the bosses that we've already come across because it is a Mistlands item. So i.e. you won't be able to set up inside the actual the temple to fight the boss in the Mistlands. And if you're going back to older bosses, well, you've defeated them, so you can cheese them, that's okay. But future bosses, I think they're a bit concerned it may become too easy. So come to that problem when you get to it. Put out a wall that means you can't use these in range of the boss. But yeah, I really love this. I really like this. I know Jonathan's trying to talk and engage. He's done a few polls. And that's the great thing about Valheim devs. They do try and listen to the community. Obviously, they've got a lot of players, though. So it might not seem like it sometimes, or it might take a bit of time. But when they're going through feedback of like 120,000 players playing the game at any one time, it does take a while, I'm sure, to really collate. So yeah, I think this is a great move. The only thing I would say was, I don't mind there being an extra step in having a ward associated with it. I think that's what I said. A bunch of other people have said it as well. That actually you change how it works by connecting it to wards. Because then imagine if you could have 4 ballistas, and then them 4 ballistas were all connected to the ward, and then you just go to the ward and you click on the ward, and that's how you change the targeting. That would make up for having to go around and change every single individual ballista. It would also give much more use to the ward, actually in single player as well. So, you know, just point it out there, Jonathan. I love what you're doing here, but if you want to, you know, go a bit extra, but that might be something they might do in the future. The feeling I get from developers is that everything's got to be simple and it's got to be cool. They don't want to overcomplicate things and make things really truncated or, yeah, just lots of steps. So it's pretty simple. If there's a ballista there, you could go up to it and change the targeting. But it was obviously more simple to keep it as it was, just having range of sights that you wouldn't be able to go through. But that was never really going to be great. It just meant it wasn't being used, and it's probably the worst item they added in the Mistlands. But now it's got proper targeting. This could be one of the best items. These things happen. It's early access. That's exactly what it's designed for. I don't think everything had to have been perfect for the Mistlands update. I totally believe early access is for trying and testing out this stuff. But yeah, what Robin said was they're looking, or he wants to add much more to it. can't guarantee that's going to happen. It definitely has opinions about how it could be improved in the future. But this is a great start. This is what the most of the people complaining about the actual Ballista really wanted changed, was being able to change from players. Also, look out for next Monday. I'll be there with a video to cover it. It looks like there might be a big blog going up on the Steam page dedicated to some teasers, possibly, about what's next. And I'm guessing recapping how the Mistlands has gone and what to expect in the coming months. That was something Robin also told us on stream from, I think, a couple of days ago. Come say hello. I'm streaming Valheim pretty much on a daily basis, nearly at least 4 or 5 times a week. I'm going to be recycling and doing fresh new guides for 2023 and hopefully some more shorts as well, showing probably the worst Valheim crew in the game. And that's it. I'll see you for more Valheim news soon. Bye-bye.